Presenting the Northwest Bank Wildcat News with the Bolt's Emily Magas. News from the Humboldt schools presented every Wednesday at this time by Northwest Bank. And now, here's Emily.
Good morning, this is 97.7 The Bolt, and it is time for the Northwest Bank Wildcat News here at 97.7, and I am joined by two seniors from Humboldt High School. I have got Jordan and Barry here this morning to join me this morning. We are talking about robotics. The competition is coming up in just a couple of weeks, and it will be at the high school gym. But first, I kind of want to talk about the basics of the robotics program. I did not have this where I went to high school, so I'm very much intrigued about it, and I've been talking to these young gentlemen about it this morning for a little bit. So I've kind of gotten to know a little bit about it, but I've got Jordan here first to talk. And how did you get involved in robotics, Jordan?
I kind of looked at it freshman year, but didn't get involved. I had other stuff going on. Sophomore year, I talked to Barry and thought it would be cool to join, and I think it kind of hit it off right away and knew that this was for me.
All right, awesome. And you guys have got competition coming up next week, and you guys have been working towards this competition since last year, right? Since the end of last school year.
Yep, started designing it before the seniors left after the seniors left last year. Worked on it over the summer, and then started building it this year since we started school.
All right, that's pretty awesome. Now you guys spend a couple hours each night, and you guys spent a lot of time over Christmas break preparing for this, right?
Yep, we put about 30 hours in over Christmas break and about 3 hours a night till 6 o'clock every day after school. So now you said that you build the robot first, and then you know what your competition is going to be or what you're going to have to complete. So then you program the robot, right? Yeah, once we have it built, we know what we want to do, so we build it to do what we want it to do, and then send it off to the programmers, which just work on it. They work on the program while we're building the robot, and then as soon as they get it, they can fine-tune everything and kind of put it together so that the robot does everything we built it to do. And it's really up to them to make it what it is. We can build it, but we can't make it work.
Yep.
So.
All right, awesome. So now, like I said, you've got competitions coming up. How is your robot looking for this year so far?
It's looking great this year. I think that we have probably one of the better robots in our league. Everybody else is really doing well. They're focusing on one thing. They're getting a lot of points doing it. From the beginning, we kind of tried to build our robot around everything that we could do, whether it's picking balls up and putting them in the buckets or hanging from the bars. So I think we can do everything, and it helps to have teams that can only do 2 or 3 of the tasks. But I think our robot's sitting pretty good this year.
All right, awesome. So again, that is Jordan. We're going to take a quick break here on 97.7 The Bolt, and we will be back to talk about the robotics competition coming up next week at the Humboldt High School gym here on 97.7 The Bolt on the Northwest Bank Wildcat News.
Hi, this is Corey Matson with Northwest Bank. There's a special pride in owning and managing your own business or farm operation. There should also be a special relationship between the customer and their financial institution. At Northwest Bank, we believe our purpose is to help you reach your goals. Come experience the difference. Great rates, great products, and superior service that is a commitment you can bank on. Stop in and see us at Northwest Bank, 801 Sumner Avenue, or call us at 332-1840. Northwest Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
This is 97.7 The Bolt, and we are back here with the Northwest Bank Wildcat News. And now I'm joined by Barry. Again, he is a senior at Humboldt High School, and he is part of the robotics program. And we're here to talk about the competition that they've got coming up. It's right around the corner. They've got just about a week and a half to continue preparing for this competition. So why don't you tell me a little bit about the competition that you guys have coming up?
All right, so just to clarify, the competition is on Saturday, January 23rd, and this is the league championship. So we've had smaller matches before this point with teams, of course, but this is a little bit larger, and it's against 2 leagues put together. So it's normally twice as big as our normal meet. And the outcome of this really decides who would go on to state.
All right, and so we were talking a little bit. The competition itself is your robots have to complete a certain task. What is that task this year?
All right, so the task is the game always starts out with a 2 versus 2, and your partners for one match can be your enemies in another match. Like, you're always paired up with different people. But the game itself, there are wiffle balls and 2x2 cubes tossed around the field. So you have to be able to pick up both balls and cubes and deliver them into buckets that are on the outskirts of the field. There are also 2 ramps on opposite corners of the field. One of the ramps is at 30 degrees, one of the ramps is at 60 degrees, and there are various obstacles on the ramp with a bar at the top. And so being able to climb each level of ramp or completely hang yourself from the top bar, getting yourself off the ground entirely, is worth varying amounts of points, but both of those get a lot of points, and we're hoping to be able to do that for our January 23rd competition.
All right, awesome. And so now, after league, where is it that you guys go if you're to win this competition this Saturday?
So if we were to win the league championship, which is coming up, you would go on to state, and that encompasses most of the league championships from our state and a couple other states too. We've had some outliers in the past. Last year I know we had a team from China compete at our state competition just because they don't have many robotics teams in China, so they came to ours, which was really, really cool to see, and kind of one of the added benefits of being in robotics. You get to see cool things like that every once in a while. But then from state, you would go on to a super regional championship, which is everywhere from like Montana to, I want to say, West Virginia, and there are just hundreds of teams from that region which would come to the Iowa City at the Iowa University gym, and we would all compete there, and then from there, at the Super Regional Championship, then you would go on to the World's Championship in Missouri.
All right, awesome. That sounds like a whole lot of fun, and I'm sure you guys are plenty prepared and going to do a great job. So what time is the competition next Saturday?
Well, there are various stages of the competition on Saturday. Judging would start earlier in the morning, but competitions usually start early to mid-afternoon.
All right, awesome. So if you guys want to go, you can definitely check that out. It is going to be at the Humboldt High School gym, and it is going to be January 23rd as well, and we've got some great guys competing in it, it sounds like, and they're definitely prepared. So good luck to you guys and to your robots this next week, and thank you for joining me on the Northwest Bank Wildcat News.
All right, thank you.
This has been the Northwest Bank Wildcat News Program, presented every Wednesday at this time by Northwest Bank.